They call it a rivalry, but rivalries fade. This never did. 2 clubs, 2 cities, and now 2 monuments, rebuilt not for comfort, but for conquest. Madrid's Santiago Bernabéu, finished, encased in titanium, engineered for dominance. Barcelona's Camp Nou, still under transformation, not silent, not surrendering. Because in the fiercest war football has ever known, the stadiums don't just host the game, they are the game. Join me as we step inside 2 of the most iconic structures on Earth and uncover what they were truly built to prove. It's quiet now. The gates are locked. The terraces stand exposed, stripped to their core. And yet, Camp Nou has never felt more alive. Because this isn't the sound of something ending. It's the breath before something begins. This is not demolition. It's resurrection. When it opened in 1957, Camp Nou wasn't built to intimidate. It was built to embrace. A massive, open bowl beneath the Catalan sky. A space where rebellion echoed in chants, and identity danced with every pass. Where other stadiums boxed in sound, Camp Nou let it rise. No roof, no limits, no fear. This is where Ronaldinho grinned past defenders, where Iniesta made silence feel like poetry, where Messi rewrote reality in real time. But even cathedrals need restoration. In 2023, Barca began its boldest vision yet, a complete overhaul, without losing the soul. And now, in 2025, the new camp now begins to emerge. The bones remain, but rising above them, a roof of steel and glass, hovering like a halo over memory. Soon, dynamic lighting will wrap the exterior, like living stained glass glowing with legacy. Sustainability will hum through its foundations, and for the first time ever, Camp Nou will be fully enclosed, but never confined. Because while modern stadiums chase spectacle, Camp Nou has always chased something deeper, belonging. And when its gates reopen, it won't just be a return, it'll be a declaration that football's greatest cathedral never needed to scream to be heard by the world. If Camp Nou was carved from passion, the Santiago Bernabéu was engineered from calculation. And now in 2025, that calculation has reached its final form. The renovation is done. And what rises in the heart of Madrid isn't just a stadium, it's a fortress wrapped in titanium, gleaming like a blade drawn at dawn. The new Bernabéu doesn't whisper legacy, it broadcasts dominance. Every edge, every angle, every panel, intentional. Not built to feel, built to function, to overwhelm. The pitch, retractable. It disappears underground, swallowed by steel and hydraulics, revealing a secondary arena for concerts, esports, or spectacle. The roof, fully enclosed. A dome of silence, sealing out weather, chance, and uncertainty. Above the pitch, a 360-degree LED halo glows, looping replays like rituals, turning every match into a cinematic event, every goal into mythology. It doesn't stop. It doesn't sleep. It operates. Year-round, the Bernabéu transforms, from stadium to stage, from football to empire. And yet, even this fortress has ghosts. This is where Ronaldinho once danced with defiance, and left to a standing ovation from those sworn to despise him. This is where Messi, bleeding and unbent, held up his shirt, a silent crown raised over Madrid. For all its steel and spectacle, the Bernabéu remembers, but it does not kneel. In 2025, it stands like never before, a temple of total control, polished, relentless, unapologetic. Where Camp Nou offers soul, the Bernabéu offers command. And in this era of precision and power, control may be football's most dangerous weapon. You can build with the same materials, steel, concrete, glass, but you can't build with the same purpose, because these two stadiums were never just drawn by architects. They were shaped by belief, In Barcelona, architecture is identity. Camp Nou was open, raw, vast, because the people it reflected were the same. Now its renovation follows that same philosophy. It's not trying to become something else. It's becoming more of what it already is. The intimacy, the proximity, the idea that when 99,000 fans rise in unison, the building breathes with them. It's not a stadium, it's a movement. But in Madrid, the Bernabeu wasn't rebuilt to remember. It was rebuilt to replace, to erase the past and dominate the future. It doesn't honor nostalgia. It commands attention. Where Camp Nou is a memory, the Bernabeu is a mirror, reflecting power back at those who look. It's flawless, imposing, perfect in its precision, but also distant, untouchable, as if made for viewers, not believers. Barcelona is building a place to belong. Madrid has built a place to be witnessed. One wraps itself in community. The other wraps itself in chrome. Both represent excellence, but only one still feels like it was built for those who wear its colors. Because in this clash of ideologies, one side remembers the soul, the other perfects the brand. This isn't just renovation, this is redefinition. Because in 2025, stadiums aren't just homes for sport, they're ecosystems, platforms, weapons in a global brand war. And in this new era, the question isn't who built taller, it's who built smarter. In Madrid, the answer is already echoing. The Bernabeu has become a command center, a machine in motion. Concerts, NBA games, all orbiting a retractable pitch that vanishes with the press of a button. Every square meter monetized, every moment maximized. It evolves, it performs, it profits. Real Madrid didn't just renovate, they future-proofed, but not without cost. Across the country, cranes still tower above Camp Nou. Dust still hangs in the air. Noise still rattles the city. But beneath the chaos, the vision is clear. Barcelona is building something different, not a spectacle, a sanctuary. It won't be the flashiest. It won't retract, transform, or dazzle in chrome. But it will feel, it will breathe, it will keep the bowl. The voice, the soul. It will remember the nights Messi walked through defenders like wind through wheat. It will echo with the rhythm of Xavi and Iniesta, slicing time open, one pass at a time. And when it reopens, it won't just be ready to host. It will be ready to remind that even in an age of spectacle, there's still power in something human. Nothing fades here, not the echoes, not the pressure, not the meaning, and never the rivalry. Because these aren't just stadiums, they're vessels of memory, of tension, of dreams passed down in chants and cheers. And long after the players change, long after Messi, Cristiano, Ronaldinho, Iniesta, and now Bellingham, Yamal, Gavi, Pedri become names etched in legend. The structures remain. They carry the weight of generations. They amplify every chant, every whistle, every last-minute gasp. They don't just host the game, they become it. And it's not just teams that walk out of the tunnel. It's two cities, two philosophies, two histories colliding under lights and thunder. Camp Nou, Santiago Bernabéu, one still under construction, one reborn in steel, but both alive, both eternal. Because in the greatest sporting rivalry on earth, the stadiums don't follow the teams. They lead them, they carry them, they define them. Which sporting rivalry should we uncover next? Subscribe to Structures Unchained and step into the story behind the steel.